Before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge and thank our sponsors for the 2020 Walk to End Alzheimer's. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to continue working toward the Alzheimer's Association's vision of a world without Alzheimer's and all other dementia. Thank you to our local Amethyst level sponsors, CVS Health, Aetna, and attorney Steve Barnes. Are you a sponsor? Chat in so we can thank you. Here are our platinum level sponsors, Elderwood, Merchants Insurance, and WDCX Radio. Thank you for your ongoing support. Many thanks to our gold level sponsors, Mighty Taco, Geico, Tim Hortons, Aftercare Nursing Services, and Bristol Homes. And special recognition to our local companies who support the walk, Nestle Purina Pet Care, Temple Street Dental, UPMC Chautauqua, and the Pride Center of Western New York. We must also recognize our national presenting sponsors, CVS Health and Edward Jones, who have stepped up across the nation to partner with us to raise funds to work toward our mission. Now, I'd like to acknowledge our national teams who are raising funds across the United States to help us end Alzheimer's disease. Thank you to all of these teams, especially Brookdale and Sigma Kappa, who support us each year. Here are our gold level national teams, and we'd like to acknowledge our Western New York national teams, Home Instead, Hearing Health USA, and JEA Senior Living. Thank you to our silver level national teams, especially Cisco, Comfort Keepers, Bank of America, United Health Group, and Parrot Heads. Finally, I'd like to thank our member level national teams, including NARF, the Judy Fund, and Actors and Artists Unite. Are you a member of one of our sponsors or national teams? Please type in the group chat and let us know you're here. We'd love to thank you.
Hello, coming to you from Dunkirk, New York, home of the Alzheimer's Walk 2020. My name is Michelle Starwalt, and I can't tell you how excited I am to be working my heart out with the rest of you to find a cure for this debilitating disease, which robs our loved ones and our family members of memories and happiness in their homes this very moment. We're really excited to get going for the 2020 Walk Pep Rally. Welcome, everyone. Before we get started, we have some general housekeeping tips that we need to talk about. You're going to notice that you're able to join in the group chat. You'll find the group chat icon on the left side of your screen. There's a series of vertical icons, and there's one that has a speech bubble next to it. That enables your group chat window. Please consider joining the group chat. Let us know who you're walking for, what members you have in your group. Tell us how long you've been participating. And of course, if there are any questions that you need to ask, please feel free to do so in the group chat. If you don't want to put your question in the group chat, that's more than fine. All you need to go back to is the vertical icons, and then you can click that question mark that you see inside that square icon, and there is a section there for question and answers. A link to the recording of our PEP rally will be emailed to you tomorrow in case you want to watch it again or share it with others. Again, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for attending. Today, we celebrate each and every one of you, and thank you for coming together to advance Alzheimer's, dementia, and memory loss care, to support and research, because we know with our efforts, there will be a cure. I'm so excited to have this opportunity to host this year's PEP rally and to share some of the additions and changes that have been put in place to help make sure this year, even through all that we're facing, is going to be one of the best and most special years ever. This is a time right now where you can type into your group chat your team name. Please let us know how long you've been participating. I'm excited to see how many folks are newcomers. And once again, we thank you and we welcome you all. At this time, I'd like to go over a few topics that we're going to cover in this evening's presentation. First off, we're going to hear from Eugenia Zuckerman. She's going to share her story and lead our mission moment. Next, we'll highlight what the new walk day will look like this year. It's been a year of new everything, all kinds of firsts, and our Alzheimer's Association is proud to continue on. We'll go over some helpful tools and resources to help kick off or enhance your fundraising and awareness efforts. After that, we'll hear from a marvelous team captain, Catherine Johnston. She's going to share her story about her involvement with the walk as a captain and prolific fundraiser, even during these difficult times. Last, but certainly not least, and absolutely most importantly, we're going to spend some time thanking all of you on the call who have reached various fundraising milestones so far. Again, we're here to answer your questions throughout the presentation, so keep the group chat going. Ask your questions, and if we have to, we'll follow up with you after this event. I'm so very honored to introduce to you now Eugenia. She's going to share her very inspirational story and connection to the Alzheimer's disease and our walk.
Hi, I'm Eugenia Zuckerman, and I'm delighted to be here. But before I forget, I want to let you know that I do forget. I have Alzheimer's disease. It's a bad diagnosis, but I believe the trick with any bad diagnosis is to stay positive and to live every day with a hopeful outlook. I've written a book about it called Like Falling Through a Cloud. It's available at Amazon in either hardcover or as an audiobook, which I read. It's a lyrical memoir written mostly in verse, and it's been wonderfully received. And I'd like to share some of the poetry in my book with you. Like falling through a cloud. Sometimes when I wake up, it's dark. Where am I? Sometimes I know, and sometimes I have no idea. So I let the night spirits wrap around me, and they whisper to me, "Don't think, you will remember." I lie very still, and then suddenly, like falling through a cloud, I know I am here. Forgetting. I told you. You asked me that already. Don't you remember? What is wrong with you? How many times do I have to tell you? Why don't you listen? Are you okay? Don't you recall? Are you losing it? I think you're losing it. You need a doctor or something. You need some help. Words. They taunt me, tease me, test me when I fail to find them. I know they're hiding somewhere in the dark realm of my cerebellum, floating around, mocking, sneering, shouting, "Catch me, remember me, speak me." Sometimes it's wise to wait for one word or the kernel of the word to explode like popcorn and leap onto my tongue, bringing others with it, stringing a sentence together for me to speak. And I say it, all the words in the right order, spilling out of my mouth. And my brain asks me, "Okay, was that so freaking hard?" Marbles. Maybe mine are lost. Or maybe they're rolling around in my head looking for a place to land. Or maybe not. My daughters tell me to get tested, Tested for what, I ask, even though I know for what. But it's for what I don't want to know. So I let the marbles roll around in a swirl of distracting colors because I don't want to listen to them, the daughters, because if I hear them, I will be very afraid. And this mother cannot be that mother, not ever, never. Getting it together. I've made a date with my banker because I hanker to know where things stand when it comes to what I'll hand to my next of kin. So I should begin to keep track of stuff to see if there is enough to pass around when I'm under the ground. I'm not being dramatic, but I can no longer be static about what lies ahead when I'm dead, which, oddly, I do not dread. Instead, I want to avoid leaving a mess for the family to assess. I'd like them to say she left it this way to keep trouble at bay and to avoid a fray. I don't expect to croak at midnight stroke, but I don't want to be 103, which my mother achieved. I will stick with the plan I've made with my man. When the time seems right, we will have the delight of donning deer suits on the first day of hunting, and we'll go out in the fields and wait to meet our fates. Only, I hope the hunters know how to shoot straight. A super sunny Sunday, almost August, and the tomatoes are bulging on their vines. The flowers continue to burst toward the sky in colors that astound, while on the ground our once hardy kale has been ripped out by rabbits who attack at dawn and are gone in a flash, leaving the crop tattered and torn. Nothing lasts forever, not kale or tomatoes or cucumbers, or the glorious flowers that fill our fields, or the people we adore. And though I know my days are numbered, I feel unencumbered by thoughts of my demise. I do not embrace my inevitable decline, but I'm determined to find a way to make the rest of my stay on this problematic planet filled with light and love and music. As for the deer suit I promised to don, I don't think I'll put it on. Not now, not yet. I'm not ready. I feel steady. And I have a strategy to keep on keeping on, which is simple. Wake up, fetch the flute, summon up syrinx, give thanks for another day, and then play on, play on, play on. I can't wait to walk with you all. We know firsthand how important the Alzheimer's Association really is. Thank you for all you are doing. Let's walk to end Alzheimer's.
Eugenia, that was absolutely inspirational. Thank you so very much for sharing your story and for your extraordinary commitment and strength in helping to teach others about living with this debilitating disease. You are truly our hero and our inspiration. If any of you feel inspired by Eugenia or someone else you know who is living or has lived with dementia, please let us know who they are in the group chat. This year's walk is everywhere, on every sidewalk, track, and trail. Your health and safety are our top priorities. So we aren't having a large in-person gathering. I know, that's sad. Instead, we invite you to walk in teams of friends and family while others in your community do the same. This is actually an incredible opportunity. If you miss walking in or around the Chautauqua Institute, why not head out to Lake Chautauqua for your walk? Maybe go to Point Gratiot, parking in a designated lot, not the drive-through Promise Garden, of course, and maybe walk last year's route. There are so many trails in Chautauqua County: Rails to Trail System, the Jamestown River Walk, Lake Erie State Park. My goodness, that's just naming a few. There are so many wonderful choices. We've heard from teams meeting at small town parks or walking in their neighborhoods. All that really matters is that we are all still working together and raising funds for the absolute one goal: a world without Alzheimer's and any other dementia form. The walk is truly everywhere. It's up to us to make sure that this celebration keeps going. This year, we are also launching a new platform called Walk Main Stage. The main stage is a virtual experience, hopefully like no other we've been experiencing since March, that you can access by clicking Walk Details on the Walk website homepage. Using Main Stage, you can visit the sponsor booths, you can connect with other participants, you can engage with fundraisers and our very own VIPs. You'll be able to learn about all the association resources. Through Main Stage, you're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be new ways to learn and interact with others. Monthly keynote presentations at the mission stage, a local opening and promise garden ceremony that you'll be able to watch online. You're going to be able to connect with fellow fundraisers. Alzheimer's Association resources, just like you would find at the traditional walk, will literally be right at your fingertips. There's going to be nationwide sponsor booths, and there's going to be care and support, advocacy, and trail match information. This supplements the local walk pages and the local walk experience. On walk day, you can join us by 3 easy steps. 1, visit Main Stage. Log on with your Participant Center login information to watch our online opening and promise garden ceremony. It's going to start at 9:30 a.m. sharp. Get out and walk in your community, along the lakefront, wherever you may go, on a track, on a trail. After you walk, and this is the 3rd and final step, visit our local view-only planted Promise Garden. Our Promise Garden will be located this year at Point Gratiot. For those of you who have walked before, you may remember it very well. The location of our walk for the past several years. Google or search Point Gratiot, Dunkirk, New York. It'll take you to the point. Once you arrive, there's actually only one way to enter. You will find the garden along the main route, which leads you to the large pavilion. It is the same road that will eventually lead you out of the park. But please make sure to come back and visit. The sunsets along Lake Erie are breathtaking. Be sure to check out your participant guide located in your Participant Center on the Walk website. A link to a recording of this presentation, a one-sheet description of how to use Main Stage, and the participant guide will once again be sent to you tomorrow via email. Now that we know more about this year's walk and what it's going to look like, we wanted to highlight a couple of helpful tools for fundraising. The Walk to End Alzheimer's mobile app for iPhone or Android will allow you to track your fundraising progress. It'll send you text messages asking for donations and manage your Facebook fundraiser page. It'll even deposit check donations that will directly apply to your fundraising goal. Traditionally, participants who use the app raise over 3 times more than those of us who don't. This isn't your 2019 Walk app. The app received an upgrade and can be an important tool to support your walk day. We added an activity tracker that has the ability to track your steps. You can track your progress along a virtual walk path, share your progress on social media, and listen to motivational messages as you go. Be sure to download or update the app so you can enjoy the full Walk 2020 experience.
I want to talk to you a little bit now about the Facebook fundraiser, and we've seen some online. Lauren has one. Facebook fundraisers have become our most effective way for participants to raise funds. Facebook provides an outstanding platform to share your story and your goal. When you start a Facebook fundraiser from your walk to end Alzheimer's at the Participant Center, your fundraising is automatically synced between Facebook and your webpage. Your Facebook friends can donate to your walk campaign without even leaving Facebook or their own home. And by sharing your fundraiser on Facebook, you'll reach friends and acquaintances you might not otherwise think to ask for support. You can also thank those who donate to you publicly, which usually makes them feel even better about their generosity. Right now, I'm going to share the screen, and I'm going to introduce you to Catherine Johnston. She is the captain of Sweet Memories, who is here to share her journey as an outstanding team captain.
I've been participating in this walk for over 10 years. My stepfather had Alzheimer's. He suffered dearly, and I walk in his honor and his memory. And after he passed, my uncle was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and he too I took care of and was faced with a lot of difficulties, which the Alzheimer's Association assisted me with. So after he passed, I decided I'm really going to raise more money. So people, I understand what it's like to be that first-time captain or just say, oh, I can't raise money. You can do it. What do? You ask your friends. You ask your family. I wrote a letter to my family and my friends, and I got a lot of money. And then I said, well, I got to do more. So I then decided, oh, my coworkers, I got to do something with my coworkers. So I sold suckers from Alzheimer's, and I talked to my clubs that I'm a member of. And then I said, I have some friends that I want to exercise with. So I decided I'd ask them to join my team. And so I got people that wanted to start to exercise, and we started a weekly walk. And so those people are on my team. And so the key part I'm saying is ask your friends, ask your family. Then how to raise money. Talk amongst yourselves of what you like. I love garage sales. So I've been having a garage sale every year. And this year I had more people saying, I want to clean out my house and of stuff. And they just dropped it off and raised quite a bit of money on the garage sale. I also have a bottle drive, and during my walks, I walk and pick up bottles, and I tell people about the fact that I'm raising money for Alzheimer's, so they leave me bags of bottles on my back doorstep. This year, I have raised over $450 in bottles, whether it be on the roadside or however they got to me. That's that many more bottles that are not going into landfill. So I can say it's a two-way win-win. I also last year had a very successful fundraiser using the Facebook app, and I had a raffle. It was super easy, highly recommend it. I have not done it yet this year, but coming up on mine is I found a local business that's supporting me, and they're giving 30% of their nightly take at a restaurant. Find your friends and ask them, is there any local business that you can, ask for help? And that's what I'm doing. And I'm just doing it in good memory. So good luck to you. Thanks.
Catherine, that was amazing. You are a true heroine, our incredible inspiration. Thank you so very much. Now that we've listened to a few stories and to Catherine and Eugenia, we're going to take some time and highlight all of you that have achieved certain fundraising milestones already this year. Send us a chat. You remember how to get to the chat box. And we want to see your name and on the upcoming slides and on the call. If you don't see your name, don't worry about it. There's still time to fundraise. and reach your goals. We together can reach all of our goals. We can bring memories back to our loved ones, and we can give them the future that they so deserve. We want to thank all of the people listed here who have already raised $100 and earned their official walk t-shirts. It's good to know that not everyone procrastinates like some of us. So congratulations to each and every one of you. Next, we thank all the people listed here who have raised and earned a Champions Club status this year. Absolutely incredible. And then finally, we are going to recognize our grand champions. These are the special individuals, and I believe Lauren might be one already right now, who have raised over $1,000 individually and earned the Grand Champions Club status for our walk of 2020. Again, I think it's going to be one of the most incredible, different, but amazing walks that we have ever seen in the history of Alzheimer's research. Now we go to our elite grand champions. And when I said the words elite grand champions, I literally had chills up my arms and down my legs. We are still waiting for some of our first elite grand champions. I wonder who the first person is going to be. That person will be recognized as having raised over $2,500 individually. This is a profound accomplishment, and it puts that person among the very elite in fundraising across the entire United States of America. Whose name is that going to be? Who are the other people who are going to follow that person? So let's talk about what's next. We want you to share your story. We want you to fundraise as much as you can. And once you start to earn some money, your badges are going to be displayed on your very own webpage. We want you to follow our social media pages for tips and fundraisers and challenges. Did you know we even have a Walk to End Alzheimer's Facebook group and a very active Instagram account? All you have to do is search for Western New York Walk to End ALZ on Facebook and WNY ALZ on Instagram. I want to just share briefly my story. The lady pictured is my Aunt Lucille. My mother's the youngest of 12. She's the only one left. And Aunt Lucille was the matriarch of our family. Anything I do in life, I have the wind beneath my wings because of her. The next picture is a much more personal story with dementia, and that's my dear dad. He turned 90 years old last December. He'll be 91 on December 1st. For his 90th birthday, we collected over 100 cards from people that he even knew when he grew up as a boy in Illinois. He did remember quite a few of them. We had to jog his memory just a little bit. The picture that you see of my dad walking my daughter, my youngest daughter, Jessica, down the aisle was less than 2 years ago. Right now, my father does not remember that day. He looks at the pictures and he smiles and he said it must have been one of the best days of my life. My dad is currently on hospice for unrelated issues to dementia, but it's getting worse day by day. One of the reasons that I'm not able to be looking at all of you today and you looking at me is because our hospice team is at the house right now, and it certainly would not have been a quiet background. so I had to move to another location, which did not have the best Wi-Fi connection. All in a day's work. Together, folks, this walk of 2020, we're going to knock it out of the ballpark. Because next year at this time, there's going to be another little lady or another little man on hospice looking at a picture from 1 or 2 years ago. And that little lady or that little man is going to remember that picture because of us, because of what we are doing today and for this walk, and because of each and every one of you. Thank you. Bless you. Let's knock it out of the ballpark.
We also introduced a top team village at our Buffalo Walk to End Alzheimer's in 2019. We created a fenced-in, dedicated area with VIP amenities for our top fundraising teams. We are excited to announce that the Top Team Village is back, available to walk teams from across all 6 Western New York walks, but just a bit reimagined. And let me explain. This year, teams that raise $5,000 or more by October 31st will earn some special VIP perks that include an exclusive private invitation to a research-focused presentation by Dr. Heather Snyder, Vice President of Medical and Scientific Relations at the Alzheimer's Association. Dr. Snyder will leave time for our Top Team Village attendees to ask questions and have personal answers from Dr. Snyder. You'll also receive a mini promise garden with real pinwheel forget-me-not flowers planted in the team captain's lawn. A special customized lawn sign that applauds the amazing effort of the team will also be planted. Donuts and coffee, a walk day tradition from Tim Hortons for the whole team, will be delivered to the captain's house on November 9th, the day of Dr. Snyder's presentation. The Top Team Village benefits for this year will take place on November 9th. Once again, any team that raises $5,000 or more before the deadline of October 31st will qualify. Do you think your team can meet that challenge? Now let's start raising some money right now. In honor of the Alzheimer's Association's 40th anniversary, anyone who raises $40 from tonight, right now, until 1 week after our walk, which would make the deadline for this challenge October 17th, will earn a custom End-Alls face mask. And who doesn't need one of those right now? I know you may have questions about fundraising or the new walk day format that we didn't get to tonight. So please be in touch with me, Lauren Klinoski. I am the walk manager at LKLENOSKY@ALZ.org. If you haven't already earned your official purple walk t-shirt, we challenge you to raise the $100 needed to qualify. If you have already, we challenge you to reach that next level and become a champion and receive a medal of appreciation for a great accomplishment. We so appreciate all of your support. If you're listening and you're not registered for the 2020 walk yet, here's your chance, and now is the right time to do it. Register and self-donate that $40, and you'll have already earned not only a place for the walk in 2020, but that face mask that we talk about. Please join us at act.alz.org/Chautauqua. That is act.alz.org/Chautauqua to register right now. Thank you all so much for your continued support in our fight to end Alzheimer's disease and all other related dementia. We look forward to walking with you. Have a great evening.